the nations rage? Psalm 2 asks this question, quote, why do the nations rage and the peoples meditate emptiness? Wow, there's a lot in that phrase, isn't there? It's powerful stuff. The nations are really angry. The reason that they're angry is because they meditate emptiness. They're doing this giant cycle of fertility festivals. Some of them show it more literally than others, but to most of the world in the Western society, the symbols that people see are esoteric. They're hidden from their view, what they really mean. Christmas trees, EASTER, egg hunts. They don't know what this is about, but they're showing their children and they're taunting them, you know. Yahuah is really angry about it, but they don't know it, that when he's describing what makes him unhappy in the scriptures, you know, the scriptures, they don't get it. They don't know that he's talking about them and the things that they're doing. The things that they don't do is everything he's written for them to perform. They won't do it. They change the day of rest that he established at creation, and the Ten Commandments, they throw his words behind them. I know, they're literally behind me, but they're also written on my heart. And that's why I keep talking about them. I love his commandments. Would you like to love his commandments also? He will write them on your heart too. And when he does, everything changes. You know, you just think about them all the time. That's what we wear these tzitzit for, the little purple and blue cords, to remind us to obey always. Psalm 2 asks that question. Why do the nations rage? And the peoples meditate emptiness. Well, those high in authority, like in the G5 summits and all these world globalist meetings that they get together and do, hey, let's get some jets up there and pump some things in the air to shorten the growing season so we can starve some of this growing population so we can have some resources. Well, yeah, it is a trash can down here, I know. The people need to be more mindful, but not at the expense of murdering billions of people. The Georgia Guidestones are gone now, and but they were advising the very things that these globalists were basically implementing and probably still are. Those high in authority are against Yahuah and his Mashiach. And they take counsel together and they say this, quote, let us tear apart their bonds and throw away their ropes from us, unquote. Well, what bonds and what ropes are they referring to in this psalm? For their disobedience, those bonds and ropes are a threat to their freedom. They want to be able to do whatever they want. But Yahuah will speak to them one day in his wrath, and he will trouble them in his rage. And I'm paraphrasing the exact psalm that we're looking at right now. You know, the one that is written in the scriptures. The color purple, someone in a comment asked about that, and I answered them, and I think they were satisfied with the answer. The color purple is significant. The word in Hebrew, which is the inspired text, the one that a prophet wrote, you know, someone that actually was inspired to write. It's only in Hebrew. The Greek text is an interpretation. It's not inspired. It's just trying to understand it. But the Hebrew word is segul for purple. So the color purple is actually the word segul. It's cognate or related directly to the word segula. Segula is a word used to describe Yahuwah's treasured gemstones. Yahuwah calls those who think on his name and speak to one another his segula. That's at Malachi 3. Some of us wear purple and blue tzitzith made of simple purple and blue cords, and they're intended to remind us to guard Yahuwah's Torah each time we see them. Now that's recorded as an instruction for all of us. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. All of us. At Numbers 15 and Deuteronomy 22. Kings are to write a copy of his covenant in their own handwriting and read it every day. You know, if you're carrying it with you. You're supposed to have it on your person. I keep it in my wallet, a copy of the Ten Commandments. Christian translators misunderstand the scriptures because they do not obey what they read in them. And therefore they do not have Yahusha's Ruach, his indwelling spirit, in them. Now that's proven by Acts 5:32. You will not receive the Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit of Yahusha, unless you obey him. And obeying him means doing his Ten Commandments, living them. You know, they come alive. Now, they misunderstand Paul. Paul is misunderstood completely in many places, like Galatians and other places. Paul said that we establish the Torah. We don't throw it away. And that Yahusha is the goal of the Torah, not the end of the Torah. See, the word goal is the objective, where we're going with the ideas that are given to us to obey and guard. Love Yahuwah and love your neighbor. It's about love. Obey them. Try it. You'll like it. The whole world grows more lawless because of the Christian teachers that are guiding people away from obedience. Their belief is shipwrecked until they receive the truth. Beg for it. Beg Yahusha to show you the truth. And he will. If you ask him and you submit with all your mind and all your heart and all your being and all your strength, and teach them to your children. Baruch haba b'shem Yahuwah. Find out what that means. Thanks for watching. I love you. And that's why I do this. See you in the next video. Bye. was just to kind of loosen things up.